Hi fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, I'm showing us how to make this lovely waist bead. I'm using three different bead size, no, four different bead size for this particular one. I'm using some beads that we call Ghana beads. Then I'm using crystal beads, size four crystal beads. Then I'm also going to be using some other beads that are lost shape, to style it. Then size two sand beads. Then the next step, I'm going to just pour this into a plate so that it's easy for me to access. Sometimes when I want to get beads done, I go ahead to wash them first to remove any dust that must have gathered on them from the market. Now, with that being said, the next step is to cut my fishing line for this particular waist bead. In fact, all my waist bead, I always ensure to use fishing line 0.5, right? 0.5, and then I double it. This way, it's stronger and it lasts better. I also avoid using the stretchy elastic one because that one cuts faster. So I go ahead to use this. So the next thing I'll do is to knot the thread, right? Right, so I'm using two. I will knot the thread at the same spots two, three times. Then I'm going to fix my screw. I use screw for the closing, right? This way anybody can easily wear it on their waist. I will, adjust the screw, ensuring that I drag and hide the knot inside the screw head, right? Then I'm going to cut that out and use my lighter to burn it off. When this is done, I can then begin to pick my beads using the other end of the fishing line that is free, right? So I'm just going to leave it like this. I have to close it back so I don't misplace the second part of the screw. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin to pick my beads. Now, also bear in mind that you have to measure your fishing line, the length of the fishing line you're using. Let me assume that you want to do a waist bead for a size 38. You go ahead and measure something around 45 or 46. That extra measurement you're adding is so that you can use to tie, right? It's advisable you cut out a very long length so that is enough for you to tie. Not when you're done with your beads, you start struggling to tie it. All right, so when you're done this, for the Ghana beads, right? The way it is stringed, if you want to pass two string of fishing line threads, it becomes difficult. So what I usually do, the hack I use is I remove um if maybe the what's it called, the Ghana beads was string on two cords. You know the way it comes in raw form, right? It was stringed on two cords. I ensure to remove one of the cords from the beads, leaving just one extra. So this way it becomes freer for the other two string I'm using to do the bead to pass through it. I just go ahead and gradually pass that through it, pass it to as through as much beads I want. If I want to do a particular pattern, I go ahead and carefully pass the beads, then measure it, right? Using my measuring tape, I'm just going to measure it to know if I have the length I want. Then I'll go ahead and pick the other beads. For a particular design, I have done about 3 inches, 3.5 inches of the Ghana beads. I'll pick some sand beads, pick some size 4 cone shape, right? This is cone shape, size 4 cone shape crystal beads. Then I'm also going to pick in the love shape bead that I'm using to style it, and then go ahead and repeat the process. I mean, pick some Ghana beads again, pick the sand beads, just the pattern that you want to follow or you want to see. You repeat this till you get to the end of the fishing line, or you get the length that you want. This particular one I was making a size 38, right? The client's weight was actually 37, but we wanted it to fall down below hand level, so we did 38. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this to the end of the fishing line or to the point where I want it to stop. Then I'm going to show us how we're going to close it up. All right, so to finish it up, what I usually do is I'll take the other part of the screw, right? Then I'll repeat what I did before, like tie my fishing line at the same point like 2 to 3 times, and then hide it again. Cut off the excess fishing line, bone it, and this is done. This is complete. It is this easy, like it is this easy. Now remember, let me recap some of the important things I said. When I make mine, I use the non-stretchy fishing line. This way it lasts longer, and then I double it. I use size point 0.5, right? This way it lasts longer, and it is more flexible. It's not it doesn't expand, but it's flexible, so it lasts better. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye for now.